Sometimes we all need to be a little more brazen. Well, Nike definitely is with this whole collection. Stick around, I'm going to talk about it. Hello and welcome, Eyeglass Tyler here. Today I want to talk to you about the 4 frames in the Brazen collection. The original Brazen has been around for a little while, but these newcomers, these 3 guys here, are interesting, and I think that you'll be interested to hear what these frames have to offer, how they differ, how they are similar, and maybe if they are right for you. So let's get into it. All right, so let's start with the similarities. The Brazen, as I mentioned, has been around for a while. It's always been a go-to for me, and I think kind of a sleeper frame because of its design for how much coverage you get, but still it's very RXable. And that's the case with all of these, how RXable they are. And that is the biggest win in my book because they share this, what I call hybrid design of frame, which means it's not out of place in a more aggressive sport scenario. And it's also not out of place as a more everyday all around pair. And so I think that that's a very valuable design element for sure. All of them are made with a lightweight and very durable nylon frame material. They all have grip on the nose. They all, in non-prescription form, come with a good polycarbonate lens material, which means lightweight and impact resistant. They all do, again, in non-prescription form, have options with the Nike Max optic lens technology, which of course means all the quality you would expect coming out of Nike in their lenses, for sure. In terms of design similarities, these 3, the Boost, the Shadow, and the Fury, are all quite similar. And so I'll talk about the things that they share. One thing is that they have this seamless design on how the grip on the temple is fixed to the temple. And I think it looks really cool. They have this transparent grip material, so they have a little bit more flair in the design, and that's the case between all of these. And the nose bridge, like I mentioned, it does have grip in the nose, but the bridge design itself, which can be a bit tough on plastic frames just because it's a fixed bridge, it's not adjustable, so it can generally be a little less versatile. But the way Nike designed this is different than any other bridge design I have seen before, and I think would be a lot more accommodating even to flatter nose bridges, which a more conventional bridge design on a plastic frame would not be. And so I think it's a little more versatile in that regard. They all have this built-in side shield, which I also appreciate because it is a flatter lens. They all have a 6 base lens, which is amazing for prescription. It's amazing because it can handle a wide range of prescriptions, a lot more so than a traditional wrap frame. But usually the fallings of that means that you don't have as much coverage from light getting in on the sides. But with this built-in side shield, that's not really a concern. The one that has the most built-in side shield is the classic Brazen. And this thing is crazy. It's almost like you're wearing a full 8 base wrap frame, but it still just has that 6 base lens, which is unique. You see it in some frames, but not in that many frames. That pretty well wraps up the similarities. Let's talk about the differences. Okay, so while not identical, the Fury, the Shadow, and the Boost are very similar in size. They all land in that medium to large range. So very versatilely fitting. Unless you know that you're an extra small or an extra large, they will likely all fit you quite well. They are different in that they have a different lens shape. So the Boost here has the smallest lens, the smallest lens real estate. It is a little more of a rectangular, but kind of geometric design in the lens shape. The Fury has the largest lens. And so if you're looking for something that's going to give you the most real estate, so let's say for golf, generally golfers like a nice deep lens so that when you're looking through the bottom of the lens, you're not looking at frame. And that's what you'll get with the Fury. So keep that in mind for sure. And then with the Shadow, you have a much more rectangular and I'd say similar to the Boost, but a little wider in the lens. So you do get a little more real estate horizontally in the shadow. Now let's talk about the original Brazen. This is the smallest fitting frame in this family, and it has, like I mentioned, that 8 base design. It has a very thick temple, so this is amazing at blocking light coming in at harsh angles, either up top or from the sides. And it is a bit bulkier. It is a bit heavier in the hand than these other three. It is still lightweight, all things considered. But it's something to be noted that there's a lot of frame material on this frame, and it shows a bit in the weight. The bridge design, the grip on the nose is a little different. It is a ventilated, textured nose bridge and a lot more rubberized, which is going to give you all day comfort. And that textured ventilated nose bridge is going to help minimize fogging because you do have a lot less potential for ventilation with this frame design because of how aggressively wrapped around the face it is. It is, again, though, remember, a 6 base lens, so fantastic for prescriptions. And while we're talking about prescriptions, I will remind you, at SportRx, we have a lot of very friendly, very knowledgeable opticians who'd love to help you through that process. So don't hesitate to reach out to us. And for even more Nike reviews, prescription Nike content, check out our videos. We have blogs, and we'll put a link in the description below. That wraps up what you need to know about Nike's Brazen collection, and hopefully now you are as big a fan as I am of these frames because they're really cool and they do have some unique elements to them. Maybe for the untrained eye, they look identical, but for someone like me who looks at glasses all day long, I do see very unique elements, and I hope to have pointed that out and that you feel a little better about maybe one of these being right for you or not. If you feel like I missed anything, leave a comment down below. We'd love to hear from you and get back to you. By the way, if you decide to order from SportRx, thanks to our See Better guarantee, you never have to worry about getting something that isn't right or doesn't work for you. You can take as long as 45 days with them to figure that out. You just reach out to us and we will take care of you no matter what that means. And as I mentioned, we have opticians who would love to help you get it right the first time. So reach out to us. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was interesting or valuable information. If so, throw us a like. We have relevant videos you can check out here. And also we have great content on our social media outlets. And I would encourage you to check us out there as well as SportRx.